Hello, welcome back to Let's Play Paper Mario. We're back in Sky Chase Zone Act 1. I'm Face Guy, my guest with me as always is, please introduce yourself.
This is Wogturt.
And how do you spell that?
W-O-G-T-U-R-T.
Okay.
Wogturt.
Very good. I'm Golem, and my guest with me is, please introduce yourself.
Wario fan of Wario fan fame.
Ah, that's where I knew you from. So what we just saw was the ending of Sky Chase Act 1, and this is where, like, Sonic and Tails split up, and Tails has to go through a bunch of mini-games at this point. Do you remember any of the mini-games in this game?
Not with Tails. I remember Amy's stuff, but, no. With Tails, no.
Oh, what do you remember of Amy, actually?
She had, racing, right? And Whack-A-Mole?
Oh god, the Whack-A-Mole. Yes, she... Why do you remember that?
I don't know. I remember Amy more than Tails.
Tails minigames are a little... Well, Sky Chase isn't the greatest, but he gets Sand Hill, which is snowboarding, except with sand, because he's a snowboard kid.
Oh, really? I don't remember him from that game.
That game had, that had a sand stage, right?
Probably.
Anyway, the, Sand Hill works a little bit like Knights, where you have to go through rings, and if you take too much time between rings, then your chain stops.
Uh-huh.
Knights HD comes out soon, doesn't it?
It does, October 2nd, on various digital platforms.
That is
$10.
so timely.
Is this the prequel to Sonic Riders?
You know, this may have been. There's, one stage near the end of the hero story that takes place in, like, a sandy, ruiny type place. I hadn't noticed that before.
Well, you're not looking out for the Wave of Swallow cameo in Sonic Adventure, so...
No, just looking out for Chris Thorndike. Ugh. So back there, before this, I skipped through a cutscene about, it was basically a flashback of when Tails meets Sonic. Tails sees Sonic go by really fast, and that's his introduction to Sonic. And, I'd like to go out on a limb and say that, so throughout Tails' story, the stages basically start out really fast, and they end up really complicated and have multiple paths that move in multiple directions. So, if you allow me to go out on a limb, I'd like to say that the moral of the story is that when Tails meets Sonic, he thinks Sonic is cool because he's very fast, and that's sort of what the player would think when they're introduced to Sonic the Hedgehog in 1991. And then as time progresses, he realizes things are more complicated, just as the player realizes Sonic the Hedgehog is more complicated than fast gameplay. It's actually about multiple paths and exploration. How insane does that sound? Well,
that's, so Tails is supposed to be like an XP for the player or something?
Yes.
That's a pretty cool theory, really.
Thank you.
Yes, good job.
So this
better
is,
than what I could come up with.
Well, I don't like to brag.
That's why they call you Theory Golem.
Oh. You know, I never really did get that mini game? That nickname.
Mini nickname.
This is a boss fight I skipped as Sonic, because it's very dumb.
Oh. Would you make Tails go through it?
I figured I skipped it as Sonic, yeah, I may as well force Tails through it.
Cleaning up Sonic's leftovers.
Do you remember E102?
Do I remember what?
E102.
Oh, the robot, yes.
Yes.
I remember the robot.
We were all very fond of him, and then he died.
Yeah, I was pretty upset about that.
Were you?
I grieved! It was a very hard moment for me.
You sound very genuine.
I do, yes. I'm talking about a funeral right now.
Yeah. Well, I guess if you can cry out of joy, you can laugh out of sadness.
That's Eggman! I wonder what happened to Sonic.
This cutscene is actually really creepy, where, like, from this point on in Tails' playthrough, Eggman has very creepy voice acting. Basically, the point is, like, since Sonic isn't around, Tails is more insecure, so Eggman seems more threatening.
Oh boy. So we gotta get Chris Hansen up in here then.
Oh god. That's... I'm never gonna get rid of that image.
Well, you know, it seems like that's where you were leading.
On a lighter note, have you ever seen a film called The Rock?
I have, yes.
And were you aware that Station Square in Sonic Adventure 2 was modeled after San Francisco?
It did seem to be the case to me, yes.
So this seems like a missed opportunity. Not to have Station Square melt because of green biohazardous liquid.
I know, it's a damn shame. I don't know what Sonic team was thinking. This was probably their downhill moment here, not referencing old 90s movies. You know?
Well, you gotta remember, this was only 3 years after. Well, 2 years in Japan.
Oh yeah! Did Japan even get that movie?
If Japan got The Mummy 3, there's no way they didn't get The Rock.
Okay, that's true.
I don't know what people are seeing there. I think that was Eggman saying that line. He just says, "I see it." And there's just elevators there.
He's noticing elevators for the first time.
Oh.
Mechanical genius.
as
He
ever.
piques his curiosity.
It always bugged me how, after you got the upgrade for the spinny attack, Tails had to wear that blue ribbon like he's a loaf of bread.
It's his dare ribbon.
Oh god! Eggman never really seemed like the drug peddling type.
Machines are a drug.
I guess how else do you trick robots, like animals, into getting into robots?
You know, that seemed like a very short level.
I know, it was much shorter than the last time I played through it. But yes, that was the last Tails stage, so that was the most complicated of the stages.
Oh.
Even though it comes earlier in Sonic's playthrough.
So it climaxes with a race against Eggman instead of Sonic.
Yes. I don't know, there's probably things you could say about that.
Yeah,
There's also things you could say about a spider falling from the sky like that.
You fool. Away
Mecha spider.
before I make mincemeat out of you.
That is the creepiest line out of the entire game, by the way.
Which part?
Away, before I make mincemeat of you.
Oh gosh. Eggman, we have the text dump. You can't lie to us.
What?
We have the text dump.
Oh, Chris Hansen again.
Yeah. I'll bring that back.
Oh god. I want to see that now, just like an IM conversation between Eggman and Tails. And Eggman says, away before I make mincemeat out of you, and Tails says, I'll be there at 6.
What's Eggman's current voice actor here?
This is Dean Bristow.
Okay.
He did 3 Sonic games, and then sadly he passed away.
I I think a lot of Eggman voice actors passed away.
But there was the one for Sonic Sat-Am. I forget.
I thought... No, that was Jim Cummings, wasn't it?
Yes.
Who sat him? He's still alive.
Okay.
But the Adventures guy is dead, I'm pretty sure.
You know, I never... Like, what else does he do? I'm not familiar with him.
I don't remember his name. Oh, Long John Bradley, I think it was.
Whoa, that is a pretty cool name.
Yeah, almost
Long
like the
John.
rest.
His current voice actor is Leftover from 4Kids. He's pretty good.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I like him.
I don't realize that Eggman doesn't do anything if you stay far away from him. So this is a waste of time right here.
Well, that's pretty ineffective. Shouldn't he be like, you know... I noticed that this robot has like 4 legs. Surely it's capable of motion. Locomotive motion, right?
Yes. As demonstrated right here.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, it just seemed a little weird to me that he wouldn't just come right after you, but he just stay in one place and fire missiles.
I guess it's a little weird. I think this is called the Egg Walker, but he doesn't walk.
He does seem to be doing quite a bit of jumping here.
It's the Egg Jumper.
It's not the egg spider.
Maybe. Oh man, I forget now, but I'm not gonna rewind.
It's egg something. You know it's gonna be egg something.
I think the canon of Sonic Adventure is that he doesn't like being called Eggman, but then why are all his machines named Egg Blank?
I don't know. He's kind of weird like that. And by the time Sonic Adventure 2 rolls around, you know, he rolls with it.
I think he lost his mind at that point, and just actually thought he was Dr. Eggman.
That's my name. Everyone calls me that. Ew.
It's really more of a sociological experiment than anything.
My name is Eggman Robotnik.
Those people are so glad that Station Square was saved.
By an animal that doesn't even exist.
Well, he doesn't exist. Do they exist?
Two-tailed fox?
Yeah. I mean, wouldn't the people of Station Square not exist?
You've given me a lot to think about tonight. Wow.
I'm not quite sure what's going on here.
Is supposed to be a song playing? Is that?
Yeah, the Tails theme is playing right now.
Okay.
But it's like Tails is trying to catch bugs in his mouth or something. And right up at the end here, there's like a reference to the classic Sonic games where Tails jumps at the screen. Also, don't know what he's saying there.
I don't think he's even saying words. He's just moving his mouth.
That's how bad the lip syncing in this game is.
Alright, we did it. We beat the game.
Thank you, I couldn't have done it without your help.
Oh, I know.
Any final thoughts? Grand observations?
No, not particularly. It was nice to relive those memories of Sonic Adventure.
Well, until next time. Bye-bye.
See ya.